But they want to secure that and draw blood for phase 2 and phase 3. Phase 2 will be when 10 remaining players play a round robin format again. And phase 3 is when 6
Jayson Shaw wins the
left. And all points, all scores, all standings from this first phase will be transferred to phase 2. So every point counts.
The first rack. Jayson Shaw to break.
Yeah, both of these two are on 5 wins from 7.
Action on the break. And there you see it, he didn't hit them harder than Earl. It's not about just the speed. He doesn't have a whole lot that he could do. Maybe he can hit it thick enough to bank the 1 ball to the left side of the table. Past that 5 ball. But it's tight. Gonna play a push out. Reconsidering.
Extension called.
Really giving this some thought, because you've got to be careful where you roll out to in these push outs.
So if he goes to the right side of the table,
went for the combo. Very thin, very hard to make that shot because the pocket is out of your eye line.
Was a nice effort. And FSR now taking quite a bit of time. If he hits that 1 3/4 ball,
extension called,
and steer it past that 7 towards the long rail, he can find hiding behind the 5 and 8. But he's worried it's quite tight in between the corner pocket and the 7. Would have liked to get closer to the 5, but the angle on the 1 wasn't there to play that shot. Shaw trying to play a kick shot underneath the 1. Full hit.
Yeah, he won't be happy with that one. He'd like to back himself to hit that a lot fuller, so he'll be disappointed in his chart.
Difficult or very slow, end up near the long rail. Or with more speed coming across. Tricky this. It's difficult to get to the right side of the table in a controlled manner. So he also looked at position above to the left of the 3 ball. Slight angle. Good. Hardest part is behind him. As much as he tries, he'll always be moving on shots. Yeah, strong out here by FSR. The 2-row kick shot of Shaw, he could have hit that better. Maybe, you know, if we're going to scrutinize, maybe he played it a little quick. You know, look at it 5 seconds longer, you're probably going to make a better hit.
Yeah, and at this level, them type of shots, you know, when you're not getting them safe or giving yourself the best chance, you are going to come unstuck. FSR takes the first rack. On table 2, Sanjin Pelovanovic. He's 4-1 up over Soa. This is the shot he's playing. Combination on the 9, 2-9 combo for the win. Well, where's the cue ball? He's forgot about the cue ball.
Oh.
He's forgot about the cue ball.
He's in good standing on the leaderboard, but imagine that scratch, this wreck, that would cost him come day 5.
Rack 2. Francisco Sanchez Ruiz to break. Hitting 1 rack to 0.
Look at where Sanchez has decided to put the cue ball. He's breaking a lot more centre than any other player in the field. Making the 1 ball so consistent, and
oh yeah.
If you're Earl Strickland and you're watching, watch the break of Sanchez. Every time 1 ball straight in that side pocket.
Well,
axe the cue ball.
Let's put it like this: if you're Earl Strickland, you should be watching.
Yeah, he's doing what you were saying, Alex, with the cue ball. He's like arcing it back under the 9.
Yeah, and do you understand my point when I say play it like a billiard shot? So just get that result on the cue ball and see what happens. So what Sanchez has done, he was doing it, didn't work, and then he started moving the cue ball more center table, and then the ball started reacting like they're supposed to. Not in this case though, with the force follow on the 2 ball.
Extension called.
Shot. Despite the kiss on the 8 ball, a good shot, clean. Shaw in his chair, not looking at the table.
Refuses to look.
Always a tricky shot, this. Played it with authority. Funny enough, with that speed, medium speed, it makes the pocket bigger. So it was pacey enough to make it a nice stroke and soft enough to make that pocket receptive.
Yeah, if he has to draw down the right hand side of the table here, he's got to be careful he doesn't overdo it. Oh, this looks good. Yeah, this is a good shot, this.
Perfect.
Had to get past the 9, and he knew if he overdraws it, he's going to have issues 7 to the 8, but he's landed perfect. Of course he's landed perfect. It's been a perfect 12 months.
15 months.
Give or take a few months, Alex.
Well, Coming past that 1 year mark is even more impressive.
Francisco Sanchez Ruiz wins the rack.
Yeah, and it's been an impressive start here. It really has. Shaw took a gambling rack one, didn't pay off. And then the breaking power S. Sanchez Ruiz and SVB really have got this break dialed down.
Yeah, and I'm sure that O'Cady and Delgado, they're part of Team FSR at home or wherever they're watching. They'll be texting their advice, sharing their knowledge. It's amazing how good FSR looks now compared to the first day that we saw him in action on Monday here in the PLP.
Trailing 2 racks to nil.
Yeah, he was nearly asleep in the chair at times.
Nice. Oh.
Foul stroke.
Wow. Yeah, that's the thing we saw with Earl as well. So little draw on the cue ball. Straight stun into the rail. Still, yeah, sort of unlucky. Like the amount of bite that cue ball had off of the long rail. You don't see it that often.
Off the second rail, though,
Start the clock.
Ruiz's cue ball doesn't reverse spin.
No,
towards the
he
corner.
plays it. I think he plays straight stun draw.
Okay. So you're saying Shaw's putting too much draw?
No, outside. He's putting outside on the ball. Outside English.
Oh, and Sanchez.
And he checks on the first rail, and then on the second long rail it opens, but also a 3/4 ball hit on the one adds extra spin on the ball. So you get friction induced plus what you put on the ball.
Yeah, so Sanchez is not really putting spin on the cue ball.
Maybe he's even putting a sneaky little bit of inside. Because, like I said, off of the contact, the cue ball picks up outside spin. But most important, that ball needs to arc the cue ball.
Extension called.
Yeah, and this is Jayson Shaw's first match of his 2. He will stay on the table after this match to face Woodward. Oh, he's played it into the rail. What's he left?
A rare miss. I mean, it was a difficult shot, a tricky shot, but since he took an extension, since he prepared well, FSR, the quality that he has, you wouldn't expect him to miss it.
Shaw's got a bank shot, swing the cue ball round. There we go, this is good enough. Lands on it straight to the top corner. Looks like he's going to steal the rack. Still another good shot to play, but he's okay. If he goes forward a little bit more, that's what he's come round to look at. He will do that. Wouldn't want to risk drawing back, unless he can draw into the back rail.
Extension called.
Alex, over on table 2. Sanjan Pearl of Anich, we actually caught a glimpse of what he did on the combo. He scratched.
It should have been 5-1.
It should have been 5-1. So has got this 9 ball to pull it back to 4-3. There it is. Action on table 2.
Nice wreck. Good bank on the 6th ball by Jayson Shaw. Keeps himself in the race and has to wait in the chair what FSR will do on the break in rack 4.
Unusual miss from Sanchez in the previous rack. Helped Shaw finally get one on the board.
Sanchez Ruiz to break, leading 2 racks to 1.
Now I'm going to pay good attention to the cue ball here. I want to see this arc if it misses a ball.
Yeah, so we didn't get to see a clear arc since the cue ball hit the 3 and then the 9, if I saw correctly. But after hitting the 9, you can see it stopped dead in its tracks and then got sucked backwards. So there was juice on the ball. There was backspin. Well, after the match, I'll ask FSR what he changed, why he changed, and I'll promise to only share it with our little intimate group of viewers. It's rare for a professional to not share something if you ask them.
Yeah, we're all good friends here. You can pop the 2 in the side. Obviously the problem is getting up for the red 3.
And he has a good opportunity for safety. It looks like he can drop that cue ball in between the 7 and 9. Sneaky. Knowing if he did that he would leave a jump, but leaving the cue ball so close to the 7 makes the jump harder, much harder. And Shaw is left-handed. This shot here is easier to jump if you're right-handed, bridging with your left hand.
Extension
closer
call.
to the rail.
Going into a generous pocket at this angle, I'm not saying he can hit it very hard. Needs a bit of love. That's okay.
Yeah, it was a good hit. So this was, I'm 100% sure what FSR considered. Yes, I will leave a jump, but with that 7 it's going to be difficult. But you can't always choose a shot where you're a guaranteed winner.
Tried to send the 2 around with the 7. Didn't quite work.
Now the bank on the 2 balls on, but he would need to play that with topspin, and that makes the bank much harder. Can hit the low side of the 2. Come back to where the cue ball is now.
Needs the cue ball to keep going.
Yeah. He focused more on the object ball here.
Yeah, but it's no good because the pink 4 looks like it's playing a big pocket. Cue ball was massive there.
Good point.
Sanchez will take this on 100%.
Yeah, he was eyeing that pocket to his right. Ooh. Poor execution.
Sure got away with one there.
Poor execution by Sanchez. A lot of movement and steering. But back in the chair, if you watch Sanchez, stoic. Not complaining. Not showing any sign of frustration. Staying in the game.
Sanjin Pilavanovic got the job done in the end. 5-3 win over Soa, so he's still only lost the 1 match. Going along nicely. Better safety shot this time from short. Could possibly make this ball. Trying to go between the gap off the rail. It's close. Gonna leave a pot.
Nice try by FSR. But the shot is open for Shaw.
Yeah, another cue ball would have been perfect. Now he's got to get juicy with a cue ball. Can he
inside or outside?
Yeah, I was just thinking, if he plays it with low right, can he get into it and find the gap? Yeah, he can. Good shot.
Nice.
Made that look very easy.
Yeah, two things on a TV table that make it hard and totally different from the club table. If you play a shot like that with so much side and cutting the ball, there's more deflection on a TV table. So the cue ball squirts more to the side when impacting with the cue. And also there's less grip on the ball. Less grip between the cue ball and the object ball. So you basically need to give more spin than you would normally. The match has intensity. Can you feel it? It's not a knockout match, but these guys know, these champions know that it's well possible that they meet come Sunday, semi-final, final.
Yeah, completely different feeling of the last match between the two Americans, where there was chatting and a lot of moaning and smiles and all this. This is real high intensity. Shaw nearly misses the 8. It did fall. That was a little thick
Jayson
as well, so this match is played in the right way. Both want the win. And of course both players know that they're tied on points, so one's going to overtake the other one after this.
Yeah, they're all competitive animals. It's also, when I worked with those guys preparing for the Mosconi Cup, you can have a practice session and then they're giggly, smiley, you know, it's not there, and then you think of a little something, a punishment or a reward, and all of a sudden they get that eye of the tiger. Even if it's just loser pays an ice cream or has to rack 5 times.
Rack 5.
Table 2.
Jayson short to break.
On the left of your screen
Scores
there.
are tied, 2 racks each.
Albin is just starting his match out against Soa. She still remains on 1 win from 7. Yeah, there you see the cue ball didn't come off the second rail back down. It come along straight. What's he got? Well, this is difficult combo if that is on, if he can see enough of the 2.
Yeah, so Jayson Shaw's cue ball didn't have that draw on it. And I think if you play it like he plays it, you need a more precise hit on the 1. A more precise, this 2-7, if he takes it on, needs ultimate precision.
He'll play this like a kill shot, won't he? Try and get maximum out of the 7. There you go. What a shot. Good shot there.
Oh, beautiful. Wow, what a shot.
I mean, ask him to follow the 2 ball in as well, Alex. How difficult would that be?
Oh. Yeah, the thing is, like, you are a good cueist, but you told me, you confessed the other day that you don't like caroms, you hated them. So it's not only, you have to have true belief on that shot.
Yeah, I always felt like I wanted to see the pocket, not the ball.
It's good, this. Break and run for Jayson Shaw if he sinks this final ball.
Chris Mellin missed a 9, very, very similar to this early on. Just caught the bottom rail.
Hey, no jinxing.
Not for Jayson Shaw though, as he takes the lead for the first time in this match, 3-2. Albin Ocean's just missed a 2-ball on table 2. So is at the table. She has a good chance to win the opening rack. That's the table layout she is faced with. She's just flown in from Las Vegas, winning the Ladies Las Vegas Open. No disrespect to So, but out of the two ladies, you would back Cho Che-Yu to be on the 1 win. Surprise, Cho Che-Yu's not won a couple more matches, Alex.
Yeah, she's come close, and she has come with very good shots, pressure shots, to put herself in a winning position, but on numerous occasions just falling short.
Yeah, also Khalid Al-Ghamdi, he beat Skylar Woodward at the European Open last season, possibly UK Open, and I thought, this kid, yeah, he's got game. Really surprised he's only had the 1 win here so far out of 8 matches. But it can get on top of you. We know that.
Yeah, that and you know, him being 17, young, confident, straight shooter. His game is geared towards shot making and running out. So if confidence goes, if that dwells a little bit, then the whole foundation under his game is sabotaged. Come back, but not too far. Wants an angle to manipulate, open that 4-ball. Now he can bump softly into the 4 or a little lower on the cue ball, bump to 6. I think the latter option is easier to execute. Even money. I think 10 different players. 50% would bump to 4, 50% would bump to 6.
Trying to make his mind up. He was aiming high on the cue ball. He was going to go forward, then he changed his mind.
Yeah,
Alex.
he also looked at the long reel.
Yeah, kind of funny out the options that was out there. You never mentioned that one. There's a reason,
Yeah, I'm sorry, but it was there.
Yeah, but I mean, I know what you mean. I didn't really see it like that. My instinct, I mean, we all have an instinct shot, don't we? My instinct was just soft draw into the 6.
Yeah.
Well,
the thing is, directly into the 4 or 6, it's easy, relatively easy to read the tangent line if you stun, and then if it needs to be stun draw, you go down half a tip. So it's very, very, very controllable. Finished with the good safety here.
Extension called.
Shaw's last kick effort wasn't good. He needs to come with a better one here.
Yeah, this is difficult. So he's coming with left spin off of the short rail, wants to hit it full and stop the cue ball dead in its tracks. Difficult solution. Now 6 balls for FSR. Should really finish this rack here. A lot of distance. Still favorite, but needs to do a little more now. He didn't have the angle to get closer to the 5. Shot. Keeping it simple. Now I like playing the 8 to the same pocket as the 7. Obviously. Hold the cube on this side of the table, he would have an angle to swing it round, but he's going forward. He could. Do you think he will?
I think if he's got a little bit of... You don't want to be shooting up past the side, do you? If you can help it, no chance. He's got to draw this back out. Past it. Yeah.
Nice shot. Made it look easy, that. Good clinical out by FSR.
Francisco Sanchez Ruiz wins the
Didn't
rack.
manage to open that 4-ball. Had to play a safety. Well, he opened the 4-ball, didn't have a shot. Played a good save, and after Shaw's kick shot, dished the remaining 6 balls to level the score. 3-3 in the race to 5 on day 3 of the PLP.
Rack 7. Jayson short of break. Scores are tied, 3 racks each.
Shaw had a good break on his last attempt. Break and run.
Cue ball again, Alex, off that second rail. Loads of spin to come back down towards the bottom. It's a funny one, though.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, his execution didn't look smooth. The thing is, if a table breaks well, players get in the rhythm of controlling the cue ball, making balls, click, 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 and Shaw is not there. Now Sanchez, the first 2 days, he didn't look like he had to break down, but it had us all clicked for the Spaniard. So we see inconsistency with Shaw's break, but like I said, I'm convinced that the way Shaw breaks, more of a flat ball, a stun, that he needs a more precise hit. So with that draw and arc, FSR has more margin.
Albin Ocean is on the same points as Shaw and Ruiz. 5 points, all 3 of them. He's playing on table 2 now, and he's playing against Soa. She is 2 racks to 0 up. Interesting matchup going on over there.
Jump cue for Sanchez. Oh, he's going over the 4, not over the 8.
Jump 2 rail kick.
Jump 2 rail kick with the scratch looming large. Anywhere underneath the 3 ball. Oh wow.
Oh my
wow.
word, what a shot he's played there. That is a little bit unlucky, but forget where the cue ball's gone. That is just simply outstanding. Here's another look.
Wow. I think we should do a highlight reel and show the best 5 shots of the tournament every day. Nice effort. Good. So I'm thinking back about SVB's safety against Chris Melling, the 3 cushion shot, and this one of FSR. And it's close, which one I like more.
They're your top 2 so far.
Extension called.
I hope the production team is listening. The 4 cuts, very difficult. If he wouldn't attack, the safety is difficult. You rather die shooting than ducking. Same thing here. A missable bank or difficult safety. And the bank he could play it to miss it short. Or double speed, where it could go to the pocket top right. Or just make it. And this is that ball. He hit it a little on the thick side, on the thin side. It came out wide. For that ball to slide in the way it did, that's measured. The players know. Jayson Shaw's a good bank pool player, very good. Got to the final of the Derby City Classic one time. He knows how to play that shot. Players know on what speed the most margin is to be gained.
Yeah, to get the object ball spinning in their favour so the pocket swallows it up.
That's well put.
Well, I was telling you about So-Soa. She's just run out again. She's 3-0 up over the defending champ. This has been a fantastic match so far. We're approaching
Jayson Shaw wins the round.
meaty part of the match in a race to 5. Shaw's on the hill first, 4-3 over Ruiz. Ruiz, he will be breaking to try and force a one-rack shootout. Now you can see So-Soa's breaking at 3 up over Albin. She's only on the 1 win. Khalid sits above her, but that's just because he's played 1 extra match. He's also only had the 1 win. So if she can manage to get a big win over Albin over there, she will go above Khalid. I'm not saying that's going to help her moving forward, but you don't want to finish last.
FSR to break.
Rack
Really
8.
has it dialed down. It's not there.
Sanchez, Ruiz to
He
break.
would lose the match if he goes on
Running
to
4
lose it.
racks to 3.
Beauty. Now, is there an opening between the 5 and 6? If so, it'll probably be tight. Shot.
Yeah, that was a friendly gap.
Was it a friendly gesture? Sorry to interrupt you. Did he make a friendly gesture towards Shaw or not?
Well, do you know what, Alex? Obviously, you're sat right in front of the screen. I'm sat at a little bit of an angle, but my mind told me did the 9-ball move when he hit the 2. But because I'm sat at an angle, I just thought maybe it didn't. Maybe we'll get another look at the opening shot if possible.
Swinging 2 rails round.
Yeah, that was the break from Sanchez. The arc on the cue ball does that so well.
Is this a long route or will he hit it low and make it come short? 2 rails to the 8. I think 2 rails, you can play this shot real soft on the TV table. He's addressing high, so he's taking the long route. The 8 and the 9 for a steely run out from the break. Yeah, and then all the pressure on Jayson Shaw's shoulders. Pressure, yeah, but at least he has the first. He has the break on hill. That's where you want to be.
Thank you.
Ooh. South Korean Seoya for a 4-0 lead against Elben Ocean.
Yeah, I've been having a little nosy at that. She's played really well in this match. Every opportunity, she's run the table. A couple of tricky outs as well.
Wants to wreck.
One more wreck needed for Seo to get her second win on the board. Handshakes, fist bumps. Shaw is breaking for the match. Now he hasn't totally controlled his break in this match.
Hill, deciding rack. Jayson short to break.
Some good and some wild. That's good. That's not good. 7 has blocked the pocket. I don't know if there's enough room to overcut. Yeah, there is. To overcut the 2. Where it wouldn't hit the 7 and come back out towards the middle of the short rail.
You could see Shaw's face there, Alex. He's still got in the game winding up, you know, he really is. You know, he's at the table. He had an obvious safety shot. He's left the cue ball way short. Focus on the job at hand.
Yeah. Hasn't played this good enough. Maybe he still win the safety battle, but this could have been better. A better cue ball, maybe even a snooker behind the 7 and 9.
Yeah, because of the poor safety from Shaw, he's found himself in trouble, and this is what will happen on a pool table against the best. You've got to keep focused at all times. Try not to let your guard down. I've seen it all week from Shaw. Really getting beat up with the little rolls and stuff like that. He's upstairs talking about it as well.
Extension called.
Plays the swerve off the edge. Needs a bit of run. Did he get it? Or has he left the putting angle?
I'm not sure. And even if FSR can make this 2-ball, still testing route for position on the 3. Shake of the head, it's not on. Can't complain there, Shaw.
Extension called.
Now if he can clip the 2-ball and miss the 7, so if he doesn't need to stun or draw the cue ball to miss the 7, then it's well controllable. The speed on this shot. Cut it. Try and get behind the 4. So he had to draw it, but has done so nicely. I'd be happy if I'm Shaw. I would be happy to get to the table with this position. A well controllable kick shot this.
Yeah, he's got to be happy because he butchered the previous shot, swerve shot, got away with one, so...
Needs to watch out for the cue ball. If he hits that 2-ball thin, there's a risk of scratching. Nice. He's overtaken control in the safety battle. Now a hit off of the right side of the table is easy, between brackets, 2 rails, click click. Half ball hit, 3/4 ball hit. Can even play 1 rail.
This is the chance.
Everything in the open.
Certainly.
Cue ball to be cleaned in his own time. Shot clock is not stopped. Ooh. Looked speedy, the cue ball, but it stopped on time. Needs to travel his cue ball. Shouldn't be a problem. A lot of room.
Yeah, this win here for sure with these three balls remaining will overtake Sanchez. And let's not forget Shaw stays on this table to face Woodward. So a little victory here. Not just the match win, but the fact that he's overtook Sanchez and the fact that he's going to stay on. He's going to be feeling good. It's been a good match. Shaw gets the job done. He beats the reigning world 9-ball champion 5 racks to 4, and he stays on this table. Up next, versus Woodward.